Welcome back to Main Street Living. Ladies, I have to be completely transparent. Like, I am horrible at swinging anything, baseball, golf clubs, dancing. I can't, and I feel ashamed about it.
No, don't feel ashamed. It's okay. I've tried golf, and I'm not good. I have that softball swing, and that doesn't work too well with golf.
Yeah, well, luckily golf has been one of those things that is an activity we can actually do outdoors and have been able to do in the last couple of months. So here to talk to us today about a new show, Golf AZ, we have the host, Kate Longworth. Kate, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks. I'm excited to be here and talk about the show. And I want to reassure everyone, it doesn't have to look pretty with your swing. You just want to get out there, get outside, have fun. And it can be a social event too. I'll talk more about that with the show. But there's a lot that Golf AZ has to offer, because when it comes to a golf course, there's more than just the game.
For sure. Yeah, I used to work at a golf course for a couple of years. So you would think I would be better at swinging, but it's still not very pretty. So so I definitely know where you're coming from. Tell me, how did Golf AZ get started?
Let's go back to how it all began with the producers. Lawrence and Deborah Patrick, they were the producers of the reality show Last Home Standing. And when that wrapped up, they decided to take their producing talents out to the links. And so Golf AZ was born as a show to feature the different golf courses throughout Arizona. Right now, it is exclusive to some of these desert courses, but it has the potential to go national because, as you know, there's some beautiful courses throughout the nation. And basically, it just gives viewers a chance to see courses that they've perhaps heard about up close and personal. And we also give them a chance to see what else, like I mentioned, the courses have to offer, from deals at the pro shop, you know, the ins and outs of certain signature holes. And of course, we also feature those 19th holes as well.
Of course. And so you mentioned it's kind of sticking to the desert areas. What made Arizona a good place to start this show?
I mean, if you've ever flown into Arizona and looked out the plane window, all you see is vast green, which sounds funny because you're flying to a desert, but there are so many golf courses throughout the Southwest region. And really, we wanted to go out there and showcase. And what's so great, because there are so many, the resorts, the courses, the clubs, they've really upped their game to try and compete with each other. They want to draw that crowd out there. So there's a lot of specialty items at each of these courses. Like I mentioned, there's some special deals. You'll see unique things on each hole. They really go out there and try to preserve that desert landscape, but also give you a really manicured course. And then I think too, the weather. We can pretty much be outside here 365 days a year. I mean, yeah, you might want to have an earlier tee time during the summer, extra layer in the winter, but you can be out there. And I think really, right now, you know, when the world just stopped, as you mentioned, golf kept going, and it provides you that outlet to get outside, to get in the sunshine, kind of let those worries go. Because as you know, if you've been out on a golf course, you can't think of anything else because it is challenging. So you have to focus on your game, and you can also safely social distance out there. So I really think it's just a great time to launch a show like this.
For sure. And I definitely know what you mean when you don't want to be out there at a later tee time. But I think you might have already answered this, but just tell us a little bit why you wanted to be involved in this show specifically.
Well, I've made a career of covering sports, but first and foremost, I'm a sports fan myself. So this is really just a natural fit. And I grew up in Arizona. I got my first job in television covering sports in Palm Springs, California. So I have seen a lot of golf courses, from private courses to public courses to some of the biggest courses that are out on the tour. I've covered the LPGA, PGA events. I've interviewed the likes of the Tiger Woods, Phil Mickelson, Michelle Wie. But I've also got to talk to a lot of golf pros to get tips to your game. And I've met a lot of people who work at golf courses. There are so many different activities out at a golf course. So I've met a lot of people. And one thing I really love is I've covered some pro-ams. And so you're seeing some of the biggest names in Hollywood. They can star on the big screen, but then they get out on the links, and let me tell you, they are humbled, which makes it just a lot of fun, because I think really anyone can go out there, and I think Golf AZ kind of just wakes you up to there's more than just a golf game.
Absolutely. Well, Kate, so can you give us real quick, before we run out of time, a quick sneak peek of what we might see in the first episode? What course did we do?
We head to Troon North Golf Club, and it is amazing. It's in the shadows of Pinnacle Peak. And so you're going to see this desert landscape, and we're talking real hazards out there because you have to avoid cacti. Some great holes out there to explore. We'll kind of give you some tips on how to navigate the course. But we also stop by the pro shop, and they really just step up their game to make it an experience. You can throw an event out
For
there,
sure.
eat and dine. So it'll be a fun one for sure.
It's a full experience. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Kate. We really appreciate it. If you don't live in Arizona, you can check out YouTube. Just search Golf AZ and you can check out more with Kate. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. I'll see you out on the links.
Yeah.
We should give that a try.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, let's do it. Lucy's ready. All right, guys, we're going to switch gears a little bit here. There's never been a better time to give back to the community than right now during this pandemic. And coming up, we're going to share one organization's story next.